Sports Radio 95.7.
Welcome back to Anaheim, where the Athletics enter the game losing 8 consecutive games here at the Big A and 6 in a row in their head-to-head meetings with the Halos going back to last season. It was Tyson Ross facing Danny Herron today, scoreless through 2, and then in the top of the third, a walk to Landon Powell as Danny Herron maybe was having a little bit of difficulty with command and working with Hank Conger for the first time on the season. Kevin Kuzmanoff then hit a ground ball to first, and it was kicked by Kendrick. It put Powell at second base. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Then Pennington popped up behind the plate. Herron was showing signs of maybe getting out of the inning. He hits David DeJesus, and then Derek Barton came to the plate for the Athletics. A's trying to break through against Danny Herron. DeJesus, Kuzmanoff, and Powell, first, second, and third. The pitch. Swung on, drilled toward left center field. In position for the ball as well as he'll catch it. Tagging from third is Powell, and he will score standing up. So the A's got a sacrifice fly from Derek Barton. Powell home from third, and Oakland leads it 1-0. For Barton, his 5th RBI of the year. Wells threw the ball into third base, so Kuzmanoff held ground at second. Barton went into that at bat 2 for his last 33 on the season. Torrey Hunter was at the plate in the 4th inning after a walk to Bobby Abreu, and for Tyson Ross, this was part of the way he was able to get through 7 innings this afternoon. 2-0, ground ball to short, picked up by Pennington, goes to Ellis for 1, relay to Barton. It's a 6-4-3 double play, and if you're counting, for Torrey Hunter, that's the 9th double play he's hit into, more than anybody in the league. The A's managed to get hits in the 4th and again in the 5th innings against Herron. Could not push home a run. Herron then got on a roll. He had retired 5 in a row going to the bottom of the 6th inning. The same for Tyson Ross. He had retired 5 in a row. Then the 6th inning began with a fly ball by Peter Borges, which was caught in left field. But then Amarista with a single toward left center field. Eric Ibar, who has good speed, was at the plate. But the A's again got the pitcher's best friend.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ross back behind the hill now. Ibar out of the batter's box. Amarista standing on the first base bag. Now steps off his lead. Center field, Sweeney shaded toward left center by about 4 steps. And the 2-2 is swung on, bounced over the mound towards second. Pennington on the bag for 1, over to first for 2, and that was tailor-made. A chopper right up the middle took the A's shortstop right to the bag. An inning-ending 6-3 double play. And after 6, still 1-0 A's.
Same score, bottom of the 7th inning. Vernon Wells had reached on a single, was wild pitched to second base. One of the rare times the Angels had a man in scoring position. The very tough Alberto Callaspo was at the plate in a key moment, and what was the final batter for Tyson Ross. So the tying run in scoring position. 2 balls and no strikes. He's very tough to strike out. Callaspo routinely puts the bat on the ball. Angels trying to come back late at home and sweep the series against the Athletics. Kuzmanoff even with the bag at third. Barton off the line, deep at first. The 2-0 swung on, stroked on the ground on the right side. Picked up by Ellis. On to first. The inning is over. Ross pitches through the single, and the wild pitch leaves Wells in scoring position. Sends us to the 8th inning. 1-0 Oakland. That would be the score going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Tyson Ross went 7. Grant Balfour worked a 1-2-3-8, and then in came Brian Fuentes. The first batter he faced off the bench was Myceres Torres. He reached on a fielding error by the third baseman Kevin Kuzmanoff. Then Eric Ibar was at the plate. In a controversial situation, they thought that he did not bunt as he offered and pulled back. Mike Scioscia argued as the call was called a strike. So Ibar actually was down in the count 0-2, and then with a 2-strike count, he did lay down the bunt and eventually got the pinch runner Mark Trumbo in a scoring position. So 1 out, and at second base is Trumbo, and that brought the veteran Bobby Abreu to the plate, who's been in this situation far too many times.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Bobby Abreu. And Fuentes throws, and Abreu hits it down the left field line, fair in the corner, tie game. Trumbo around third to score. Abreu is going to second with a double, and the Angels have tied it up. Bobby Abreu goes the other way, hits it over the bag at third for a 2-base hit. Trumbo scored from second in the bottom of the 9th. A's 1, Angels 1. defense, or lack thereof, bites them again.
The A's charged with their 24th error of the year. That's the most in the league, but give Fuentes some credit from that point forward. An intentional walk to Torrey Hunter, then struck out Vernon Wells and got Callaspo again on a pop-up to the second baseman. It sent us to extra innings, all tied at 1. Then Cliff Pennington was leading off the 10th inning. We had talked all series about the great outfield coverage they have defensively here for the Halos. Well, on this particular case, it failed them at a key moment. Swinging a fly ball left center field. Borges tracking, still coming into a slide, and between him and Wells, it falls, and it goes all the way to the track. Pennington's around second. He's on his way to third, and he'll stop there. The lead off the top of the 10th inning. Borges and Wells converging on the baseball. Borges did not take control. Wells went into a slide and brought up a huge divot in left center field, and more importantly for the A's, Pennington is at third base. That ball absolutely should have been caught, but Wells, as he went down to a slide to avoid Borges, he certainly sensed the contact, and the A's have the go-ahead run 90 feet away. A huge break for the A's. Pennington credited with his first triple of the year. Then David DeJesus was up. Infield was in. A comebacker to the mound. He did not get Pennington home. They intentionally walked Derek Barton. Looking for the double play, they bring Connor Jackson to the plate facing the hard-throwing right-hander Jordan Walden, who got the ball hit on the ground, but not the way he wanted it to. 3-2 pitch. Runner goes from first. High chopper towards short. Will get home the run. The only play for Ibar to first. It's in time. Pennington is home, and the A's lead it 2-1. Jackson with a Baltimore chop towards short. Ibar helpless, waiting for it to come down. No chance to turn two. Jackson gets his 8th RBI, and the A's regain the lead. And they would hold on to the 10th inning as Brad Ziegler came on looking for his first save since September 18th of 2009. A ground ball from Howie Kendrick, a ground ball from Hank Conger, and then Peter Borges, a weak ground ball to first. Barton takes the baseball to the bag by himself, and that's the ball game. The Athletics win it by the final of 2-1, raising their record to 12-13, salvaging a victory as Fuentes got the win over Walden. We'll check the scoreboard when we come back after this.